Sean, so it is Wednesday, I think, and I'm doing this very quickly, not because of a full memory card, but because I'm in the open and I get the feeling people are going to think I'm crazy talking to a camera. So, we didn't really see anything except like lion and cheetah again today, but what we did do is we went to the takeaway place in Tweerefuren for lunch. We're at Tweerefuren now, just by the way. And I got a mushroom burger, and like the mushroom sauce was like sauce and not mushroomy. And it was really nice though. We also got chips, so it was great. And then ice cream, like, you know, the stick ice cream, which was also awesome. And there's like a lot of like, there's like toasted sandwiches and like fat cook stuff as well. So I'm hoping that we're going to go there again. The reason I'm not at camp is because I'm at the shop, you know, the Tweerefuren shop here. And I am waiting for Mom and Dad to buy a 2-liter tub of ice cream, because we now already have like the freezer space for it, and it's also a lot cheaper than getting stick ice cream like every day. So yeah, it's awesome, and we're having ice cream and peaches for supper, which will be great. Anyway, I hope things are cool with you, so bye! Hey Sean, so it's Thursday, I think, and basically we saw a cheetah, brown hyena, which I spotted, and meerkat and Cape fox today, so it was quite nice. Obviously no leopard, which is kind of annoying, but most of the sightings were pretty cool. Cheetah was far away, but it was still nice to see them. And yeah, so before I get on to the really exciting part, we went for takeout again for lunch, and I got a fat cook, and originally Mom was like, oh, let's get plain fat cooks, because she doesn't know what a fat cook is, so we got plain fat cooks. And like, it's basically like fried bread. So then we changed it. Well, I changed it to a fat cook burger. Oh my gosh, Sean, you don't know the suffering. Let me show you. Okay, hang on. This container here was what the fat cook came in, and it was as large as this container. For comparison, that is the size of my hand. So this is the remainder of my fat cook burger. As you can see, it's massive. And that just kind of gives you an idea of how much I was able to eat before I just kind of died. So yeah, that happened. Okay, so now on to the exciting part, right? So last night we were walking back from the bathrooms after like doing our teeth and stuff. We shower in the afternoon, so it's not like we had to shower, but we were walking back, me and Mom, and then we see something on the ground, like right next to our feet. So we stop and like we look at it, and it's a scorpion. And it's one of like the venomous ones. Like the pincers were, I think, slightly smaller than the tail, so it probably wasn't like deadly, but like still, you know, you don't want to step on one of those, especially when the pincers are that small, because they were really small. He like himself was small. He was like probably that big, and he was really hard to see because he was like a light tannish color. You could only really see like his tail casting a shadow when you shone light on him. You couldn't actually really see his tail or anything like that. Anyway, so he was there, and then Mom and I left to go call Dad, and when we got back he was gone. And then there was a guide there. He's like a professional guide, cook, driver, all of that, and he like takes people on tour. And he came and asked if it was a scorpion, and we're like, yeah, it's a scorpion. And then he's like, oh my gosh, something bit me on his stomach. I don't think anything bit him. If something bit him, it was not a scorpion stinging him.
Probably a mozzie.
Yeah, probably a mozzie, as Mom says. So yeah, that was our excitement. And then we went back to the tent, and I got to be paranoid about scorpions for the rest of the night, which was nice. Yeah, okay, so that's everything, I think. All the excitement. I will see you tomorrow, after I've eaten my and Mom was fat cook. Bye. Hey Sean, so it's Friday and we're back at Peripheran after a really long drive. So basically we went up the Alb and then across the Dune Road and then back along the Nassib riverbed. And that was cool and all. And then we also stopped at Roiput, the lodge there, and we downloaded photos from the camera trap there, which were pretty cool. They were like hyena. There was leopard, but Matthew had already seen that. That was like after he checked it. And also like no lion actually, which was quite surprising. But anyway, so we also saw like African wildcat, 2 brown hyenas, like 100 meters apart, which was nice, and 2 cheetahs. So it was a pretty good morning. It's a lot like busier here than Mata Mata, animal-wise, although it's quieter car-wise. There was also a massive fiasco with the gate. Basically, we were ready to leave at 5:30, which is when the gate opens. I know, every day, 5:30 for the last 2 weeks, killing me. Anyway, so we were ready to leave at 5:30, but the gate people were like missing, so we like kind of took our own permit. Like everyone was doing it, and well, everyone was doing it. It must be right. Anyway, so we took our own permit, and then we went to the gate, and then obviously the gate was locked, and it was locked until like 6. And then someone found the key and brought the key, and it wasn't even a Sandparks person who brought the key. It was like someone else, and opened the gate so everyone could go. It was still quite a nice morning. I slept a lot, like 2 hours again in the car. And yeah, so we just finished up packing up the tent, which is why I'm so red in the face. And no scorpions this time, which was nice. Apparently, though, there was a couple at the campsite who left their tent door open, and then they came back, and there was a scorpion in their tent, and it was like black, and it had a massive tail. So they were very lucky that they saw it. If it was in our tent, we wouldn't see it at all, because like we have lots of bags and containers and mattresses and stuff, and the tent floor was dark, and which is why I basically check before I go to bed. I just shine around with my torch and make sure there's nothing waiting to sting me. We also had a lovely chat with the guy at Roiput's lodge. He was Martin, very nice guy. He told us all Black Mamba stories and about the lions and the leopards, and it was cool. It was very cool. Anyway, so that's all for now. We're going to get more takeout again. How lucky are we? I'm probably going to get a burger, not a fed cook burger again, because it's lovely, but it's too big. It's just way too big. It's like 2 meals. Anyway, so then we're also going to have ice cream, and we're going to an air-conditioned chalet instead of just the icky tent. So yeah, alright, bye! Hey Sean, so it's still Friday. But we had some really exciting stuff happen, so I thought I'd vlog again today. So basically, you know how Mom charges her phone in the car? So she was doing that on the drive this afternoon, and just by the way, we didn't really see much. It was still nice, but nothing special. Anyway, so she was charging it, and then there came a point in the drive where we kind of realized her phone was no longer attached to the cable. And then Dad started looking for it because he was in the passenger seat and Mom was driving. And then he discovered that it was not there. And then he discovered a hole under the seat leading to the kind of weird like cavity place. And so he thought that it went like through the whole body of the car and that the phone was gone forever. So we got back to camp after a while. And we kind of tried to stay optimistic. So I kind of basically hung upside down off of the seat and tried to peer down the hole, and we were all peering down this hole. It turned out it wasn't that big of a hole, so we knew the phone had to be in it. And I could feel like something in there, but I wasn't sure if it was actually the phone because it kind of felt small. And then I was like using my ruler and trying to like prod it and stuff. And then Dad got this like 2-pronged fork from our chalet. Very nice chalet, by the way. I'll give you a tour now. And So then I used the fork on the object that felt like the phone, and then I saw a little bit of blue cover, so I knew it was the phone. And then after like a long time and me like jamming my hand down the hole, I managed to get out Mom's phone, and she's very happy now. So like she's like the happiest she's ever been with me.
So, video. This is the dust that you can't even see the road. You're still going in this right direction.
Oh, maybe the other car stopped to wait for it to clear.
It's fine. Fine. Go a little bit out this way. You're going towards the end.